BT. Yo, what's up guys, it's Logic. Here's part 2 to the how to edit like Lmgk. I'll be telling you guys, or showing you guys how to make the intro. I didn't show you guys last time because we ran out of time. Actually wasn't expecting the video to be 40 minutes long. Last thing you want to do is get your clips in and the song you want. Try and just sync it up. So as you can see right now, I'm just trying to sync this up. Let's see. Then first thing you can do is you can add your text. I'm going to be using my name Logic. Use the font retroquay or whatever. I'll have both of these fonts we're using today into the description. And then you can just make the text as big as you want it until it looks good. So I'm just testing out what I think looks good. I would recommend putting it lowercase for your main name, but you can do whatever you want. Just to let you guys know, you guys can always change whatever you want. You guys don't have to do exactly what I do. Okay, so it still looks a little small to me, so okay, you can just drag it up until okay, right around here looks good, like right there. And then add another text above that. It says edited by. For this one, you're gonna use the font, let's see, Akara expanded. And then this one's gonna be pretty small compared to your other text, like that, and then put it in like the top right. You can put it wherever you want though, but this is what I did. I'm gonna make my text a little bit bigger. Yeah, like that. And then I'm gonna move my other text up a little bit, like that. You don't have to do this, but I decided to. I added another text below Logic that's like my Instagram or something, or Twitter. You don't have to do this though. And then I'm gonna use the same font, the Akara expanded or whatever. This period looks a little weird. You guys don't have to use this font. I think it looks best because you're not really gonna see the period. And then I'm just gonna size it up to be the same. Looks good. Actually, I want to do this a little bit smaller, and then I'm gonna put it like to the left of the J. So I think that looks good. Okay. Next, what you're going to want to do is you can hide the other two layers, so you just have the big text, and then click on the empty space down below, and then click G on your keyboard or click on the pen tool, and just make sure you follow what I do. Make sure there's no fill, and your stroke is solid color, and choose like a light gray or whatever. And then for the pixels, it depends on how big your text is, but just like go for 25 or something, and then do what I do. Hold shift right here, by the way, to make it a straight line. And as you can tell, it's a little small, so I'm gonna Control Z and make this a little bit bigger. And now I'm gonna test it out. And that's perfect. Okay, and then once you do that, you can rename the shape to main L, so you know this is the main L, and then put it right above the text layer you're using, and then yeah, just move it over a little bit. And then if you find like a curvy letter, what you can do is do this, go straight over to this, and then hold left click. Make sure you guys are going like one direction. You guys aren't going like just do what I do, basically. And then you can always adjust it so you can tell like that, so you adjust it there. But I'll get back to you guys when I finish this. So yeah, I will be right back. Next, it should look like this, where it's all gray covered up. So next, what you're gonna want to do is go to the main L, go down and add a trim paths right here, and then drop down trim paths, and then you'll see end right here. And all you're gonna want to do is go to scroll, zoom in at the very beginning of where your text starts, and you're gonna want to find 1 second right here, 1.0 frames, and you want to keyframe end, and then go to the very beginning of your text, and you're gonna want to put end at 0%, just like this, and then select all your keyframes on your that you just made, those little diamond things, just like this, by holding left click F9 on your keyboard, and then you'll see this little graph editor right here. Click that, right click on the graph and make sure you're on edit speed graph, and once you do that, you'll have something like this. Zoom in as much as you can, and then just do what I do, pull both of them in a little bit, just like this, so it looks something like this. And then you can see, as look at the black, it like looks really clean right now. I think that looks really good. So next you're gonna copy those keyframes right there, and then paste them on every other one. So once you do that, so copy them and then paste them on each one, and they should turn white once you paste them if you're at the very beginning. So as you can see, they're all turning white. Now once you do that, it should look something like this. Next, what you're going to want to do is click on the top one, hold shift, click on the bottom one, and click pre-compose. You can name this whatever you want. I just named it whatever. And then just do not open new composition, don't do that. So do exactly what I do, just the top one. And then once you do that, it's pretty simple here. Go to your logic text, and you can right click on top, go to columns, and make sure modes is selected, and then go to logic and track matte and alpha matte your whatever thing. So now it looks like this. Your text should be disappeared at the beginning. Next, you can go into each into that pre-composition, go down to contents, go down to shape 1, stroke 1, and you'll see butt cap right here, and change that to round cap. You do not have to do this, but I like to do it. And just hit each shape where it says shape 1 and 2, do it to both of them, make them both round cap, and then you can close that one, go to main O, contents, shape 1, stroke 1, butt cap to round cap. Once you do that, it should look something like this now. It looks pretty clean. Next, make sure you save your project while you're doing this, because you do not want your thing to crash. I'm just going to name it tutorial so I don't lose all my work. Select your pre-composition and your logic text, Control C, Control V to duplicate it. Put the top one to the left 3 frames. I ended up putting it back 5 frames, so you can do that right now if you would like to as well. And right now we're going to be adding the colors in the text. So next what you can do is you can go onto the first layer, select each letter, and change the color. For the first one I did a nice light pink reddish color. Then for the second one I did a light blue cyan color. For the third one I did a yellow. You guys can choose whatever colors you like, it's up to you. For the fourth one I chose another light pink. Or I might have chose a blue. I chose a light pink. Once you do that, select your last one and just put in a light blue, just like that. And try and match them up. You can always copy and paste the color if you'd like, then it looks something like this. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is put the top one 5 frames over and go to the part where the white and the colors come out at the same time, so right here. split those layers, Control Shift D, and then select the layers to the left holding Control to delete them, and then you can just drag this over, and now you should have something that looks like this. Now it looks pretty good. Next, you can mess with the opacity, so I just keyframed it and then go to the beginning and turned it to 0, because it looks like it just looks a little choppy for me. I'm actually gonna put the opacity 100%, a little bit 3 frames to the left, to the right I mean, so it looks like this, so it looks like it's coming out, which looks, I think it looks a little bit better. Then you can pre-compose your text layer to main text. I already adjusted everything here, so you can just move it to the, you can unhide the edit by. You do not have to adjust it right now, I just did because I felt like it. And once you do this, you can hide your main text. Oh yeah, one more thing. Once you get your layers adjusted, you can hold Control Shift D on where the white fills it up, and then you can Control Shift D on the color part, so you can delete that part. And then I just pre-composed the text right here, as you can see, so it's just one layer, and then I'm just deleting the extra part on the ends. So now we just have this text. Okay, it looks good now. Next, you can unhide your edit by text, and you're gonna go to create when you right click on it and create shapes from text. Now I'm just gonna zoom in all the way onto my text and go above your layers there's a little search bar and type in path. And once you get to this, you'll see this, and all you're gonna want to do is go to where your main text finished animating, so like right around here, and you're gonna keyframe every single path on this, so you can just hold left click and just scroll down just like that, and then go to the very beginning of the text. So right here, this is where everything is beginning, and what you're gonna want to do is zoom in on the first letter, click G on your keyboard, or go to the pen tool, or actually you make sure you're selected this, click on one of these dots here, make sure you have no stroke. Well, actually it doesn't matter, just go to the select tool and select all of those little dots right there. Use your select tool and select all those dots, left click on one of the dots and hold shift, and just select all of them, hold shift, and move them over to a little bit to the left, and I'll get back to you guys when I'm finished with this. Once you are finished, they should all be in one position just like this, and if you play it, it comes out just like that. And then you're going to select all your keyframes, click F9, and then go to the graph editor. Now you can just do what I do. Now you're going to put in each letter, the graph editor, just in a little bit like this. Try and make them all look exactly the same. I'll get back to you guys when I'm finished making this. Once you have finished, it should look something like this. Then you can exit the graph editor. Now we're gonna do the mask right now. So click up on the rectangle tool. Make sure you have, I made a mistake right here of this, just wait. So don't do that. Make sure you have no stroke on, by the way, no stroke. And then you have fill. You can choose whatever color you want. It doesn't really matter. I just chose red for this case. Just make sure you have something filling it. And then cover up those letters right there at the very beginning. And then go to the edit by outline shapes in alpha matte shape layer 1. Or alpha inverted matte. So it looks something like this. So now it looks like it's coming out. This is what it looks like so far. Most of you guys are going to be done by now, but if you want to keep watching and do the Instagram or whatever, it's going to be the same thing for the edit by. So I'm going to skip over to where I finished that. Just follow the same steps for that. Now once you finish that, you can pre-compose each thing, the edit by and the Instagram thing, to adjust the text. So then you have 3 composed layers now, or 2, whatever you're doing. What you can do is make another mask right under the main text, put it above the main text, and alpha inverted mat it, and then click P on the main text to open up position. Keyframe somewhere around here when it's opening up, and then go to the very beginning. And all you're gonna do is make the main text go down, so when you click play, the main text is coming up while it's going, just as you can see. And then you can mess with this, so I put that out a little bit, and then F9 on your keyboard to easy use them. Go into the graph editor here, and move these in just a little bit. I moved the right one in just a little bit like this, as you can see. You can copy me. So it moves fast in the beginning and then slower at the end. Next what you can do is pre-compose all the layers into whatever you want to name it. I just named it intro text. Click OK. And then split them where they don't start like I do. Control-Shift-D. You don't have to split them. I just like doing it so I know like how big they are. Once you're done splitting them, you're gonna put another mask under everything. Make sure it's really close to it. And a mistake I did here was I didn't make the mask big enough. As you're gonna see here in a second, the logic text is gonna be showing under the mask as well. So make sure you guys make sure the mask is big enough, but make sure it's under the text. So you can just keyframe the position near the end, and then go 10 frames and then make the text go up so it looks like this, and then go to the very end, which is about 20 frames, and make the text go all the way down just like this. Make it go all the way down. As you can see, the text is showing at the bottom here, so I will have to end up changing the thing to make it bigger. Once you make the mask big enough, it should look something like this. It still looks a little slow to me, so right now I'm just adjusting the keyframes. I think this looks pretty good to me. Now you're going to easy ease them, go into the graph editor, and you're going to edit value graph instead of speed graph. Next what you're wanting to do is click this where my cursor is on, separate dimensions, and then just copy what I do. Make the middle keyframe really slow and the first and third keyframe faster, just like this. Then it should look something like this. It looks pretty clean to me. Next what you're going to want to do is click on your clip. You can go to color correction and find gradient ramp, but I'm going to go to effects and presets and search it up. Type in gradient, and then you'll see gradient ramp. Drag that onto your clip. I messed up right here, so drag it onto your clip. And then it's going to look something like this. All you're going to do is change the color to the first color you want. So I'm going to choose like a nice little, or actually I'm going to choose a purple color for my first one, just like this. Next you're going to keyframe the start and end color, but make sure those keyframes are at the beginning of the text, right when the text starts, so drag them right here. And then where it says blend with original, you can mess with this to make it look how you want it. So right now I'm just messing with it, trying to get it how I like it. And then you can go to the middle of the text, choose another color. I chose a light blue for this instance. And then what you can do, go to the very beginning, keyframe the blend with original, and make it a little bit higher this time. And then go to the beginning and go to the middle and just go to each color and adjust the blend with original until it looks good. And the last one, I chose a color of green. But for the last color, you want to make the blend with original 100%, so it ends right there. So it goes through each color and ends at the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please drop a like, subscribe, and comment what I should do next. But other than that, this is the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, peace.
New money, old money keep piling. This shit keep piling. New bag, brand new deposit. Brand new deposit. Fuck drip.